But Jesus Christ. This man's had a lot of time on his hands today, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Welcome, everybody, to another episode with your boys, Reporting Eligible, coming to you live. Wednesday night, it's early. Usually it's 9:30, 9 o'clock. We're at 9:24. But, hey, who cares, man? Glad y'all can make it this evening. We got some things that we have to talk about, some news around the NFL. Drake London snubbed, and strength and weaknesses heading into Falcons training camp, which is about a week away, and I know everybody's excited. Football is finally here. We're 50 days away from the start of it all. So that's the one of the other important things too. But training camp for the Falcons will be next week. Louis Algier, what's going on? I'm glad you can make the stream this evening. But bro, talk, man. What is going on, man? How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. Like you said, we made it. Football's right around the corner. And you said 50 days, right? Yeah. Think about this and I didn't fact check this, but if it's true, this is crazy. The NBA Finals finished 50 days ago. Think how recent that was and how quickly we got to this point.
Yes.
Right? So 50 days is nothing. We're going to be at the beginning of the season like that. Fantasy football drafts are going to start in August, for those that play. Training camp news. We're going to see roster cuts, finalization of rosters, players that'll hit the market that we're all kind of like, yeah, come to Atlanta type thing. So it's fun, man. We're going to get ramped up for the season. I'm ready.
Oh, man, I'm ready too. Shout out to Miss Lisa Shepard, who's in the building. Football is almost back, y'all. Darn right it is, man. Well, we got to start with some news around the NFL, man, and some NFL franchises, specifically up here on the Northeast, the Florham Park area of New York. New York Jets were handing out contracts like there's no tomorrow, man. Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. You get a contracts type stuff. And with all these contractual situations that has happened, we would like to thank our mastermind GM, Terry Fontenot, because, hey, Terry strikes again. So Sauce Gardner, 4 years, $120 million, 85 of it guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Garrett Wilson, 4 years, $130 million, 90 million of that guaranteed, 32 and a half a year, which the more we'll get to Sauce, but Garrett Wilson is the outlier for a Drake London possible contract extension. When Garrett Wilson's numbers came out, holy crap, the Twitter set a fire ablaze. When's Drake London coming? What is he going to be worth? What is his numbers are going to look like? But at $32.5 million a year, Garrett Wilson's placed firmly top 7, I think it is, something like that.
He's the fifth highest.
Fifth highest.
When you look at the average per year,
he's fifth. Tough sledding for the Falcons, right? In some regard, a lot of folks argue Drake London's number, but his numbers are, they're trajecting the right way. They're going up. And like Garrett Wilson, Drake London went through his spew with quarterbacks and whatnot. Both receivers, they produce in their own right. But Garrett Wilson, the bag was dropped on him. What are your thoughts right quick on what that's going to look like potentially for Drake London?
I mean, he could potentially, he'll eclipse that, I think. There's a reason he hasn't signed, even though I was pushing that narrative last offseason, right? Get him signed early. The number is going to be high and other guys are going to be following. Garrett Wilson, his draft mate, a couple picks after the Falcons, gets his, which was, I think it was 32 mil per year. Drake is easily going to get 33. And, getting a full season with Michael Penix Jr., he could eclipse 35 mil per year. It's all about the guarantees, right? I think that's where players are willing to, take a little bit less average based off their guaranteed money. And I know a lot of people are like, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. Remember, Kirk Cousins, he's going to be probably gone off the books after this season. That's going to free up some space. And then you could tag London, right? Which would be less if he's willing to sign it and then give him that lucrative deal. So then you have 2 years before his deal starts hitting. So there's a way to finagle it. But Terry Fontenot has been pretty good on getting his top guys paid early. It looks like it's a high number, but then all these other contracts start rolling in and it starts pushing the number down. Chris Lindstrom, AJ Terrell, it'll be Drake London again. So he's going to get paid, and it'll probably be after this season.
Any room for a small bump in pay going into the season. He's in his 4th year. Do they give him a little incentive going into this year? Like, hey, listen, we know Garrett just got, the bag dropped on him. You're not due until next year, but here's a little incentive to let you know we're thinking about you and that, we're going to take care of you.
I don't think it can work because it's on his rookie deal. I don't know the whole CBA, I don't know the ins and outs with the CBA.
Yep.
But I don't think on a rookie deal that could happen. Now, you mentioning that he's on his 4th year, did they pick up his 5th-year option? I would assume so, right?
I would assume so too, yeah.
So if he's in his 4th year and they already picked up his 5th year, well, then his contract doesn't hit already 2 years from now, and you don't have to worry you don't have to worry about that tag price. As long as he gets his deal done before next season, I think he's a happy camper.
So, yes, the Atlanta Falcons have exercised their 5th-year option on wide receiver Drake London. This means London will remain with the Falcons through 2026. The 5th-year option is fully guaranteed, and it's worth $16.81 million.
That's chump change in the long scheme of things, right?
Sure is.
You front load his contract a little bit, right? That's what Terry likes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Terry likes to do is front load the contract because you could be like, look, yes, your 5th year isn't as much as you're going to get. Let's get this number done because think about it. There are still other receivers that are going to come up for contracts. Terry McLaurin, that's a big name, right? He's looking for at least $30 million per year. George Pickens is going to be coming up for a year. If he has a stellar year with Dallas, that's going to be a big number. So there are other receivers coming up that you want to be able to get his number done, and then that way his average isn't at the top where everyone's like, oh my gosh, we overpaid Drake London, even though he's worth the money.
Yeah, he's worth the money. I mean, this wide receiver that's been getting after it, man, since he's come in 800, 900, and he exploded for 1,200 just this past year. So the kid's obviously trajectory is going up. We got a quick super chat here from our guy Dwayne Ruffin out in sunny SoCal, which I'll be seeing Dwayne next week. Can't wait for that, man. He says, let's go, fellas, man. We definitely appreciate your contribution to the platform. Greatly appreciated, my brother. T. Terry, what is going on? Shouting out some more of the folks that have come through. Rich, what is going on? Raphael, thank you for joining us. Future Gaming, Mooney is about to get paid, and that's off of a question that I saw just a few minutes ago, too, regarding if Drake gets paid, will Mooney get paid as well? Mooney's still a year away from free agency?
Yeah, so he signed a 3-year deal?
3-year deal, yes.
Yeah, so he's already played one. He's going into a second next year. If he explodes, depending, right? He's not a top 10 guy, but he's a very serviceable receiver. You got to look at other guys that are, at the upper-esque. You're not thinking about the wide receiver 2s like T. Higgins or Devontae Smith because those guys in themselves are wide receiver 1s on any other team, right?
Yep.
You got to look at potentially George Pickens, who is the number 2 guy to CeeDee Lamb, or when Jordan Addison gets paid, what is he getting?
What's he getting?
That type of deal. As long as he stays out of trouble, right? And that'll lead us into something else. But that's where you really can dictate his number. If his production's there, why not? Right? Why not sign him? Give him a little pay bump. The salary cap continues to increase, so there will be more money, and you got to take advantage of Penix on that rookie contract.
Absolutely, and 27, I think, is where the more lucrative of the cap situation for the Falcons opens up. So they'll have money aplenty. Eric Zeldin, what's going on? I got Smitty is in the house. What's going on, Smitty Sports Machine? You already know, man. Everybody who's anybody, man, knows who Smitty is. But you catch him on YouTube, Smitty Sports Machine. Him and A1 do a fantastic job. The Pop-Up Boys, as they're known. So he's got a question here. Mooney got one more year, and then he comes back with another one. Could the Falcons reset at the wide receiver one if the asking price is too high?
I don't know. I don't know that
the resetting that's going above Jamar Chase, and
that's $40 million per year. I don't think Drake gets $40 million per year.
No, I'm looking at the contracts now. So you mentioned, he's top 5. Next at 6 is AJ Brown at $32 million,
and you got to beat him out too because
absolutely
he's been a top 5 guy and he's going to want to get paid soon.
Yep, he's going to want
pay
another
raise
pay
as well.
bump.
So you got to beat him too. You got to think about it. DK Metcalf is the 4th highest paid receiver.
Bro, 33 million, man.
Who are you taking, DK or Drake London? The only unanswer is Drake London. So of course Drake. So then you think about it. It's not really 33 million a year. It's at least 33.5 million a year, or potentially 34 million a year. So that price is coming up. But I don't think Drake touches, Jamar, Jay Jettas, or CD type money. I don't think so.
He's cleaning up this question. I was asking, could they draft a new number 1 guy?
Ooh.
That's a good question. And quite honestly, no.
I don't think so right now. I don't think that's in the, unless Drake London, I don't want to put it in the universe, but you know what I'm saying. Unless Drake London, and that's all I'm going to say. Yeah. I don't think they could, because I think Drake London will have the length of career of like a Roddy White. Yeah, where he'll be here, solid. And then that's when you think about getting the next guy.
Last they did with Julio, Roddy held it down, and then it was time to get younger at the position, so they went and got Julio. And to be fair too, like next year's wide receiving core probably not as rich as it was this year. Ryan Smith of Alabama's maybe the consensus.
Hold on. I'll tell you when we'll draft the number 1 guy. It's Julio Jones 2.0 out of Ohio State. That'd be the only time.
Where's the only time?
That's the only time I would say go get him, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
If that kid is on the trajectory, he's gonna be a top 5 pick.
Yeah, bar none.
Top 3 potentially, right? So, like Smitty said, they have 2 years. We have 2 years before we have to draft them, because you could think about it. If Drake's contract extension happens and then you draft Smith, you're number 1 and 2 are that's it. You're locked up for at least 5 years, and you don't have to worry about that for any reason.
Mm-hmm. April Thomas, what's going on? Ron Thomas, what's happening with you, man? Happy early birthday, my brother.
Happy early birthday, man.
Yes, sir, man. T. Terry says Nick Nash can become wide receiver number 2 if he plays good this year. Gotta give him some time.
Let's temper expectations, because this is only his 3rd year playing the position. So
exactly. If anything, he has a legitimate shot at wide receiver number 4, beating out a guy like Chris Blair, Casey Washington, perhaps. The Triple Crown champion from San Diego State does have it. You
are late.
Oh, you are late. Put a timer. We have to start finding people in the chat. If you're late, we're gonna find your ass, Jones. You're candidate number 1 for that.
Smitty, you gotta think about it. When we got Julio, where were we picking?
Man, 26 towards the back end of the draft.
Hey, man, the Browns are known for getting fleeced. They got fleeced this year. They got fleeced in 11. They keep getting fleeced. They are cursed at the worst possible trades because their players don't pan out. So what's that one song by Justin Bieber? Never say never.
Not in a million lifetimes that I ever think you would spew a freaking Justin Bieber song.
Hey, man, never say never is iconic, bro.
You deserve a timeout.
Mute
your mic. Justin Bieber, what are we doing?
I'm going in timeout, guys.
This is ridiculous. This guy came with the Justin Bieber reference. Flag on the play. Coño.
Hey, you know what? We should get a flag. Both of us just throw it when someone says something ridiculous. Hey, listen, man. Justin Bieber fell off, but when he was younger. When we were younger, hold on, I forget how old you are, man. I am younger.
Yeah, me too. I'm
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Sheesh.
No, but back on topic. Yeah, this whole wide receiver situation, it's gonna get kind of hairy, and I would expect the Drake London extension. After this season, and then I think I saw a question. Bijan, do we think he's gonna be the top paid back? Potentially. If we can get the deal done before Gibbs' deal is done, then no.
Exactly.
No.
Very true point.
That's it. You got Brad Holmes going up against Terry Fontenot, right? You got to get the deal done. Another guy that got a deal done, Trey Smith.
I was just looking at that one now. 70 million guaranteed, and the contract is what? Another 4-year deal. 4 years, 94 million, 70 million of that guaranteed, man. top guard paid. Chris Lindstrom now falls to number 3, which is good, which is okay. But yeah, I mean, that's what you do as a Super Bowl, perennial Super Bowl team. You keep your best guys.
You got to lock up the interior, right? Because that's where if you get pressure in the face, that's where the problems lie. And I thought about this because now they have the highest paid guard.
Yep.
They have the highest paid center.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What's left guard look like? Right? Yeah. That's the question mark. What are they going to do there? But then Josh Simmons, the offensive tackle prospect that everyone else passed on, fell to him. If he pans out,
yeah, I mean, hey,
I'm just saying,
their whole line, bro.
I'm just saying, a lot of these Chief haters, they're going to be punching air.
Yep. And hey, man, listen, man, Smitty's coming with the fire here, man. It makes sense because Pitts could be potentially gone, and that's a little news that hit the wave today. The Falcons are not focusing on re-signing Pitts or giving him a contract extension in the right now. Which obviously you gotta earn your keep. I put a tweet out about that. Oh boy, here we go. Munchies galore.
Banana muffin, baby. Banana chocolate chip. Love my wife.
This dude, man. Oh, some amazing stuff. So we're gonna get onto the topic of Drake London being snubbed. And Bro Talk, you said you have it. What you got, brother?
One more thing.
Yeah.
In the NFL, there is one first-round draft pick that is now left unsigned because Jahdae Barron signed his deal yesterday, right before
Shamar Stewart. Yeah.
Shamar Stewart's the final guy. Everyone in Bengals everyone in the Bengals space freaking out because it was reported he's in Texas. He's in College Station. He's working out in Texas A&M, and everyone's like, "Oh,
he's gonna opt out.
He's gonna go back. He's gonna go back. He's gonna go back. Screw the Bengals. The Bengals. What are they doing? They're bangling." One, I love it, right? Because the Bengals ownership has always been cheap, right? And you finally have someone willing to stand up to that type of nonsense, right? And all it is lingo. Some people are like, get this kid a new agent. This agent is selling him out, which he could, right? If he re-entered the draft, that could potentially drop his stock to a second round, right? Which is something else that we're going to talk about second rounders, right? Oh, yeah. Which could potentially, cause him to lose money because if he were to forego this season and not sign, he cannot play with Texas A&M. He can't transfer. He'd be able to attend school, right? He would be able to attend school, but he wouldn't be able to play. So that it's different from Berto, just like I do and everyone else in the chat. Football shape is different than just being in shape.
Absolutely.
Right? It's getting hit and remembering what that feels like. You take a year off, sure, your body recovers.
Oh, yeah.
But then you get back into it.
We'll see how Darren Waller does this year.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's someone that came out. I was like, Darren Waller. Oh yeah.
He took some time off and he's back in the scene.
The one that fumbled Kelsey Plum. Hello.
Right. Yeah. Fumbled. Man. Speaking of fumbling,
the second
Houston Texans have made a massive mistake in doing this, guaranteeing their second-round pick, Jaden Higgins, to a fully guaranteed deal. Now, mind you, the Texans, who had a first-round pick, that contract is probably guaranteed, or more than likely is now also guaranteeing their second-round pick contract.
They didn't have a first-round. Remember, they traded out with the Giants.
Well, they traded out. So that essentially is their first-round pick per se, but it's a second-round guy receiving a fully guaranteed contract. And what's
first time ever, right?
First time ever. And what do we see in first time ever? A number of not signed draft picks, second-round draft picks at that around the NFL.
30 of 32 are not signed, second-rounders.
Not signed, second-rounders. So everybody's going to want that type of treatment going forward when you're a second-round pick. So the Texans really did an injustice. And it's going to cause a ripple effect. I look at the Falcons next year. We don't have a first-round pick, right? Unless, something miraculously happens where we get one, but I don't see that happening. Now we're staring at guaranteeing our second-round picks contract next year. At 27, when we have the full echelon of picks, now teams that are in that even next year who have first and second-round picks, now you're guaranteeing two draft picks, first round and second round. That's tough. his salary cap implications, teams go into the draft already in so shape. Atlanta was one. They had to, reshuffle some contracts to get under to get these draftees signed and things like that. This is gonna put a lot of pressure on some NFL franchises, man. I think it's news that's not being, heard about enough, man. But guaranteeing a second round pick, a guaranteed, giving them a guaranteed contract, that's just crazy, man. This is crazy.
So it is. And, a lot of the players are holding out, right? Most notably Trey Harris right now, because the Chargers rookies are reporting they're going to be one of the first teams to start camp. And which is bad for the Chargers because Mike Williams is going to start the season on the PUP list.
Yeah.
They only have Ladd again. They have Quentin Johnson, but we know who he is, right?
Yeah.
And that's why they drafted Trey Harris, right? To get some help.
Yep.
What's his name? Josh Palmer is a Bill now. So their receiver room is thin. So it's like, what do you do? But I did see someone say, like, essentially the second round picks kind of fall in line, right? Once one signs, then the next guy, then the next guy, then the next guy. So I don't think Nick Emanwari has signed his. So a lot of people are looking at him. It's like, is Emanwari going to sign a fully guaranteed deal? Because if he does, then it's like, okay,
there we go.
That's the expectation. But who really shook this up and now is kind of giving teams leverage. It's in a tragic situation because of the details that came out. It's Quinshon Jenkins, right? Who's now in jail, who's going to, go through trial because of the knucklehead thing that he did and should never do something like that. But now the guys after him, the teams are going to be like, hey, this guy didn't get a fully guaranteed deal. But even though the situation is very different, it's an interesting time in the NFL because players are more willing to stand up for themselves. The young cats, right? Before you got drafted, you just signed the deal and that was it. Right. And contracts are changing and owners have to come to the realization, which, yes, they're like, okay, you're a kid, you're coming into this life-changing money, right? A lot of people are like, just sign the deal. This is more money than you can imagine with someone like me or you. We'd be like, oh yeah,
hell yeah.
Right. But it's the principle, right? It's the principle for the future. It always takes like one person to change something in the future. Owners have to come to the realization. The only reason they make millions of dollars off of merchandise, tickets, food sales, whatever in their stadiums is the fans that come see the players. The players are the entertainment, right? No players. Guess what? Fans aren't going to be paying to go see them. So there has to be a line drawn. It's like, okay, are we willing to do this? Because you don't want to give the players too much. The owners don't want to give too much to the players, right? Where it's like they're at their whim. Right, they're doing everything that the players want, but at the same time, it's like they got to come to an agreement, right?
Yeah,
and I'm sure it'll be talked about the next time they have a new CBA agreement. But yeah, it's getting hairy out here. Who knows? Maybe you'll see that with third rounders soon in the next 10 years or something.
Oh man, I hope not, man. I hope not. Hey man, have a good one, bro. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man, it's a wrinkle effect.
Here we go.
A copycat league.
Here we go. Just happened. The next big domino. Second round, 49ers pick Alfred Collins, the 43rd pick, has reached an agreement tonight. 4 years, $10 million. 9 of it is guaranteed. So almost 90% of his deal.
Yep. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. So he didn't get the fully guaranteed. This is what I'm talking about. The owners are probably like, look, we can't give you a full.
We can't give you that.
Got to be realistic, but we'll give you 70% of your contract fully guaranteed. Your son,
he's on one, man. He's on one.
I'm inevitable. Who are you, Thanos? Who are you, Thanos? Dread it. Run from it.
He told me, he was like, I left a message on Bro Talks'
he did.
On his TikTok.
I'm
like, dude, you're a stalker. Like, relax.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is all fun and games. Okay. You could probably beat me in a route 1v1. I'm a zone guy. I'm not a man guy. I know my weaknesses. Okay. But we line up 1-on-1, O-line, D-line. Oh, you're getting cooked. You're getting cooked. You're getting cooked. I'm long arming you on defense, or I'm swim. You don't understand how fast my hands are. Your boy was an O and D lineman. Okay.
Well, read it and weep, kid.
Be careful when you get into the trenches. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's got to put on about 60, 80 pounds before he can contest. So yeah, he's gonna be cooked. He's gonna be cooked, man. So yes, covering the Texans shenanigans from this past week leads us into the Drake London snub from today, man. You have the list. If you could be so kind to us, just run off the names that you see there, man. Drake London's widely disrespected as a wide receiver in the NFL. We don't understand why, but we'll give you the list.
So for those of you that did not read the article, top execs, coaches, scouts, all these stuff, they get a vote, right? Mm-hmm. They've been doing it for every position. So here it goes. Number 1 this year, Jamar Chase. Okay, I agree with that. I think he surpassed Jettas, Triple Crown winner.
Yep.
Going into this year, it's fair. Do I think he finishes number 1? I could go back to Jettas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2,
finally healthy.
right? Number 2, Jettas. 1 and 2, that's a no-brainer for me.
Yep.
Number 3, I disagree with completely, is Tyreek Hill. What is he doing on this list?
I have no idea either on that.
What have I said? Without his speed, what is he?
Mid.
Just a guy.
A jag.
Just a guy. Yeah, just a guy. Number 4, CeeDee Lamb. That's who I think is number 3.
I agree.
CeeDee Lamb. Okay, top 5. Okay, you can, whatever. At 5, A.J. Brown. I agree. Top 5 guy. I think he's 5, but top 5, right?
He's limited. He's severely limited.
His route tree is limited,
it's
and that's
very limited.
That's why he doesn't creep into the top 3 for me, because his route tree is limited.
Okay.
Right? Great body of work. Everyone likes to compare him to Julio, but Julio's route tree was everything. Julio could run everything. Okay. Number 6, I also disagree with. I think he is a top 10 guy, but I think he was too high. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't think he's number 6.
Where would you place him?
Number 10.
Really?
I think he's top 10, but I don't think he's number 6. That's just my personal opinion. Malik Neighbors, number 7. Like, really? What
I have a fucking problem.
Okay, you're not the only one.
No.
Everyone looks at me crazy when I say Malik Neighbors isn't a top 10 guy. They're like, what are you talking about? Malik is definitely a top 10 guy. Like, what has he done in the NFL?
Come on, man.
What has he done in the NFL? He was spammed these short little stick routes, these bubble routes, these screens, these little short yarders. Sure, he caught an occasional deeper pass.
Yeah, right.
But he's not the 7th best receiver in the league.
He's outside top 10. Sorry, not sorry.
You know who I put in front of Malik? Brian Thomas Jr., his running mate. Don't look at me like that.
Come on, man.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Dude, listen, okay. He's another one. He proved to okay, all right, let me reel it back a little bit, because he did prove to us when he got to the big leagues that he can run the route tree, because that was his problem.
That was his
thing
because of what LSU was having him do.
Just go, brother. Just go. Use your speed. The thing with me with these first-year wide receivers, I need to see another year of production from you in order to put you in this top 10 list. Like Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., you got to wait. You got to wait. There's one name on this list that I'm surprised that's not on here.
Okay, number 8, Nico Collins. Great.
Not a problem with that.
Love Nico He's a top Collins. 10 guy. Number 9 for me, but he's number 8. Mike Evans, number 9. Mm-hmm. I ranked him number 7, but regardless, he's still a top 10 guy. Mm-hmm. Number 10.
This is a
Garrett Wilson. He's great, but top 10? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's go to honorable mentions. Terry McLaurin, I agree with. Yep. Honorable mention. If you want to argue him at 10, okay. No problem. No problem for me, right? But I have him honorable mention. Puka Nacua was honorable mention.
That's crazy.
Look at this quote. Legitimate strength in hands and run after the catch ability. Plays big in critical moments. Probably doesn't have the high-end ability as some of the others on this list.
You don't need to have all of that. The guy does everything well and like everything great. What the hell is that?
This was an AFC executive that
of course.
Brother,
be a Bengal scout. Yeah. That's crazy.
Honorable mention also Brian Thomas Jr. We talked about it. Hey, you would have been fine with Malik Neighbors in honorable mention. Like, okay, he still got to prove it, right?
Yeah, you still got to prove it. Yeah.
DK Metcalf, really?
No, come on, man. Come on.
You want to talk about a limited route tree?
That's severely.
That's
limited,
him right there.
Yeah.
T. Higgins. Yep. Okay.
You can see
T. Higgins, and then Devontae Adams. I'm not.
That's who I'm surprised that's not on the list because he's still balled last year, man.
I don't have him as a top 10 guy though.
Okay.
Honorable top 15, sure. Honorable mention. But okay, these are also guys that received votes but didn't make the cut for either honorable mention or top 10. Get this: Devonta Smith, Ladd McConkey, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jamison Williams, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, George Pickens, Calvin Ridley, Jalen Waddle as a top 10 guy, and then Cortland Sutton as a top 10 guy.
Crazy.
Drake London got
where is
zero votes,
zero.
Bro.
We got a former Falcon in Calvin Ridley who got a nomination, a potential one, and Drake London did not.
Drake London didn't get a vote, but George Pickens did.
That's crazy,
why? Because he makes these abstract catches. Okay, but he also crashes out every game.
Absolutely,
he hurts your team.
Yeah,
Jalen Waddle. What is he? Just fast. That's it.
Yeah. How many game-winning touchdowns does George Pickens have in his repertoire? 0.
Cortland Sutton, the 9-route master.
That's it. It's crazy,
brother. Like Bone said,
this list is
cheeks, bro.
Yeah,
no London. Exactly what he said. No London or Nakua. For me, Drake's the number 6 guy right now, and after this year, he would be in the conversation for sure, top 5.
Yep. I would have.
Puka is the 4th best receiver in the league, in my opinion. We talked about it. He doesn't have the high-end traits, right?
No.
Those traits that you want.
And that's what they want. It's the flashy shit, man.
But, bro, AJ Brown can't create separation. He's just bigger.
He's just
that's
bigger.
It.
Yeah.
Puka is smaller and can still go up and get it like AJ Brown.
AJ Brown's like Alshon Jeffrey. It's like when Alshon Jeffrey left, AJ Brown came in. It was basically like the same guy, man.
Yeah, that's a better comparison than AJ Brown and Julio, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
No, Marvin Harrison Jr. No, he did not get a vote.
Yeah, not yet, man. Now that, I would put him over Malik Neighbors.
Nah. Not after last season. Now, I will say.
This year, book it.
He's got Kyler Murray at quarterback. He can't see over the O-line, and then he starts like tweaking out like freaking Speedy Gonzalez behind the O-line.
Right. Oh man, Eric says, man, hell, Mooney better than some of these receivers getting votes. I mean, shit, I would have took Mooney over Calvin Ridley.
And see, that's the thing. Like a lot of these guys are, these execs, like even some of these like scouting guys. You guys are the ones that watch the game and the body of work that these guys have, not just stats.
Yeah.
And you're not going to put in Nakua or even vote in Drake?
Yeah.
Like, get this, right? So, where is it? Like CD, right? Everyone's in the same page that he's a top 5 guy at least, right? I have him at 3. You might have him at 4. You might have him at 5.
Yeah.
Someone ranked him. The lowest ranking that he got was 10th. You're telling me there are 9 guys better than him? There's only 2, in my opinion, that are better than him.
Yeah.
AJ Brown, right? We talked about it. He is limited, but he's still a top 5 guy. Someone didn't rank him at all in the top 10.
Shit.
Brother. Same thing with Amon-Ra. Someone ranked Amon-Ra the 3rd best wide receiver in the league.
Based off what?
Someone ranked Malik Neighbors the 4th best receiver in the league.
Get the fuck out is what I would have said to them, man.
Brother.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God.
Gary, what's going on? This list, excuse my French, ass.
Exactly.
It's
my God,
crazy,
I was so irritated, bro. Like, the disrespect for Drake London
is crazy.
With the casual fan is ridiculous. Oh, he's only a 50-50 ball merchant. Like, brother, did you watch him run routes?
Right.
Stick routes, post route, go route, wheel route, like out route, dig route. It doesn't matter. And then when you pair him up with the competent quarterback, Kirk was competent at the beginning of the year.
Sure was.
And then he translated to Michael Penix Jr. He finished 4th in the league in receiving yards. That's what happens with him when he actually gets the ball.
Yeah. Yep.
He's going to ball
arm
out.
Talent at
He's going to ball out.
What
they say, the projection for him, if he played with Penix the way it was going, right? Mm-hmm. Dude was on pace for like 15 touchdowns, 1,700 yards. That would have made him
Monster.
number 1.
Absolutely.
Like we've seen, Drake is better than Rome. Odunze. Drake is better than Jalen McMillan. Drake is better than Jalen Polk. All 3 of those guys got drafted higher than they should have because of the one guy throwing them the ball.
Bingo, Michael Penix
Drake
Jr.
is about to eat and eat and eat.
Can't wait, man. 50 days.
And when he said he's full, Michael Penix Jr. is going to say, you're not done. Another one.
Here's another one.
Here's another one. And you get another one. Oh, Mooney, you're open, but I'm hitting Drake over there.
Oh, man. Hey, we can't shy away from Mooney.
No.
Mooney could do some spectacular things this year.
It's fine. Like the Falcons, it's crazy to see, like, we are being called one of the most delusional fan bases, right? In some retrospect, some people are. Right? Every fan base has delusion, right? Every fan base has more, those really, really negative fans that, you have both spectrums.
Yeah.
But for a fan base, like, we're right there. We've been right there.
Another list that we can go on real quick before we switch. The safety. Ranking the safeties in the NFL, and
you have that one up?
I don't. That's what I'm looking for right now.
Hold
on, just crossed my mind.
Hold on. Let me find it. Right, top 10 running backs, top 10 DT. There it is. Okay, all right. Here we go. I got it.
Huh.
Number 1, Kyle Hamilton.
I'll give it that.
Fair.
Absolutely.
Number 2, Brian Branch.
Get the fuck out of here.
I could see you say he's top 10, but number 2?
Not 2.
Someone ranked him as the best safety. It shows both. It is about to make you mad. Number 3, Xavier McKinney. Hey, that's fair, right? Xavier McKinney balled out. He's literally the Band-Aid that had that Packers defense put together.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that secondary, right? And then Jesse Bates at number 4. There's no way Brian Branch should be above either Xavier McKinney or Jesse Bates. If you want to argue,
even if they flopped,
like, I'm just happy Jesse made top 5, right? But then get this, okay, someone ranked him as the number 2 safety, which is like, okay, ball knower, right? Someone left him unranked.
Left who unranked? Brian Branch?
No, Jesse Bates.
Jesse Bates? What?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, yo. Millie Mills, what's happening, my guy?
So, like,
damn, good to
guys
see you,
guys that made honorable mention, Javon Holland, Brandon Jones of the Broncos.
Javon Holland?
Honorable mention. C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Oh, my God.
Trevon Mooring, Kalen Bullock, and other guys.
Trayvon Morwig, the kid that plays for Carolina now?
Yeah, the safety that was for the Raiders.
Yeah, for the Raiders last year.
Okay, here's some guys that got some, votes, right? Justin Reed, now on the Aints. Jalen Petrie, who is a safety, but he plays a nickel.
He's a nickel, yeah, for the Texans.
Kyle Duggar, Talanoa Hufanga, Harrison Smith, Grant Delpit of the Browns, and Quentin Lake.
Wow.
Julian Love was ranked number 10 of the Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah, CJ Hill knows what he's talking about with Moring, and Panther fans.
Absolutely, that's why I was like, wait, hold up, right here. That's what I was like, wait.
But Panther fans are so excited, right? They're so excited. Let them be excited.
Shit.
Man, what are we talking about? Oh, we're just going on a rant on how bad these top 10 lists are. Mm-hmm. That NFL executives, scouts, and coordinators are voting on. Yeah, look at what Bone says. The list just tells me they're watching highlights and box scores, not exactly.
Not understanding the position of safety.
And that's the biggest gripe. Like,
right.
So, like, they feed into the casual fan that does the same thing. They're like, see, I told you. You didn't know what you're talking about. I told you Brian Branch was the second best safety. They ranked him in front of Kirby Joseph, who I don't think Kirby Joseph's all that great, But Lion fans would be like, "Oh, which or the other?" Right?
I love this.
Hey, look, Richie Grant got a vote. Bro.
Stop.
I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, dude, stop.
Almost had you.
Man, sheesh, man.
So it's the same thing with like running backs, right?
Yeah.
You have, Saquon, you have Derrick Henry, right? Consensus 1 and 2 right now.
Consensus 1 and 2.
And then you have Gibbs and Bijan, right? People argue back and forth who's better, right? Mm-hmm. We, of course, say Bijan. Other people say Gibbs, whatever. Someone ranked them number 1, Bijan. Okay, right? I don't know if you've seen the Bijan Core video, but he's like, Kevin Hart said, asked him, he's like, yeah, you good top 3, top 4 running back. And Bijan's like, well, humbly, top 1, That's how he views himself, right?
He views himself, yeah.
And then someone left him unranked.
Like, say no to drugs, boys and girls.
I mean,
that's
Joe Mixon was ranked the 9th best running back in the league.
Joe Mixon?
He was averaging, yes.
Dude.
Yes. Like I would have rather had like a Bucky Irving in there, right? Even though he was
solid,
a rookie.
Yeah. Even he was a rookie, yes. Solid numbers.
He was so productive.
Yeah, very productive. Yes, but that's because he benefited from Liam Cohen too. So we'll see the real Bucky this year.
We'll see the whole Buccaneers offense. Like Buccaneer fans think they struck gold 3 years in a row.
Yeah, it's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen this year, man.
Where's Chubb?
What's up, fellas, man? The disrespect of Jesse Bates III is giving me high blood pressure. Heck yeah, man. Fucking almost blew our lid over here. Where's Chubb? Right?
Off the list. He wasn't the same. He's coming off that serious knee injury last year.
Yeah.
I could see him overtake the Houston running back spot from Joe Mixon.
Yeah. He's more, yeah. It's going to be fun. That Houston Texans offense, with regardless of, what moves they made and stuff like that with the draft picks and all that, they've assembled a pretty decent offense. That's a good 1-2 punch there, Mixon and Chubb.
Yeah, but that offensive line, man, that play caller better know what he's doing. Oh,
he better know. A lot of rollouts and naked bootlegs and shit like that, little dump offs, because both guys can tote the rock. Both guys are all-purpose backs, right? In their own right. So
when I was talking to someone about it, they said the Texans are going to switch from more of a, outside zone or like a zone scheme to a gap scheme, more duo, more power, more counters, things like that. And they were like, this O-line's more equipped to it. I'm like, oh, that's great. But what about pass protection?
Yeah.
You're telling me Cam Robinson one-on-one against Aliyah Tulatu, a DeForest Buckner, Josh Allen Hines, Trayvon Walker.
Yeah.
Who else is in their division?
Oh, God.
Texans, Colts. Oh, even the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Arden Key, Jeffrey Simmons, right? They signed a couple guys. Who they signed? They signed. Oh, I can't remember. But they lost. Yeah, they lost Tunsil and they signed Cam Robinson.
Tunsil. Yep.
Who's one of the worst offensive linemen last year.
I don't think that he signed yet.
Yeah, I think Von Miller is still technically
a free agent. Yeah, but he is linked to a team. Is it Denver? Going back to Denver?
Yeah. Hold on. No, he just signed.
Fuck out of here.
He just signed. 1-year deal to the Washington Commanders.
Good spot for him.
Oh, my God. A little Lane Johnson, Von Miller matchup?
Yeah.
Okay. You have me intrigued. Talk about an upgrade going from Dexter Fowler.
Oh, yeah. For the Falcon to Von Miller. Wow. I can already see Dan Quinn, twitchy guy like him.
Bro.
He's going to be like, oh, this is my Micah Parsons. Even though it's, a little longer in the tooth. But Von Miller, given the right situation or the right 1v1, he can still get after it, man. What did he have for the Bills in limited action last year? 6 sacks?
Yeah, and he was fighting some injuries.
He was, some soft tissue injuries.
He was fighting some injuries, so hopefully he gets healthy. I'm about to send it to the group chat right now. That's a big signing, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Jeez.
Hey, shout out to you for bringing that onto the show, because I literally refreshed my feed and then boom, it's the first thing up.
That's crazy. That's cool. Cool stuff, man. Hey, man. Craig, thank you, man.
Von Miller is going to terrorize the Cowboys offensive tackles and
Oh,
the
you
Giants.
love to be alive for these things like this,
and,
man.
And then if the Giants, Andrew Thomas doesn't stay healthy, who's playing right tackle for them? Who the F knows?
Speaking of Andrew Thomas, the tackle list has him at number 10 as the 10th best offensive tackle.
I think biggest thing for him is injury. He made All Pro. Okay. I like him. I like him personally. He's one of the better Georgia offensive tackles that have come out.
Okay. Fair. All right. So, switching gears. We covered all NFL news and the more breaking one now with Von Miller signing with the Commanders. We highlighted the contracts that we're giving out this week. The Texans situation, guaranteeing their second-round pick a fully guaranteed contract, makes us now shift focus, or allows us to shift focus the last part of the show. Heading into training camp, the strengths and weaknesses on this current Atlanta Falcons roster. And obviously, Falcons do have a lot of talent offensively and defensively, but what groups do we feel is their strength and their weakness?
I think all eyes are going to be on two things at camp. Okay? It's going to be the quarterback.
Yep.
And it's going to be the defense as a whole.
Yeah. But what is your weakness in terms of picking? You know, what's a strength? What's a weakness for you? So obviously, if you're harping on defense, is that your weakness going into training camp?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to show me something. You got to show me something and be able to see that the pieces are being put together, right? Yep. That they're becoming and of course it's camp, right? You're doing this to start melding, and I think you're going to see some hiccups. You know, Berto's going to be there. Berto will be able to see it live.
Pull up, baby, pull up. I'll be there.
He'll be able to see it live. That maybe Michael Penix will be able to dice them up a little bit more. Mm-hmm. That maybe he won't be able to as much the later the season goes on to, which is what we want, right? We want our defense to make it tough on him, so he has to be on his A game all throughout the week. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if it was specifics on the defense, I think the chat's got it right on. It's the nickel position and the linebackers. Besides Caden Ellis, it's the other guys.
Yep. So you're not buying the Divine Diablo hype.
I'm not saying that. You just got to show me, right? I saw good and I saw bad from Diablo in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. Can we bring out more good than bad? That's the thing. It's like, Jeff Ulbrich, all eyes are on you, baby. We got you two premier pass rushers. We got the next Jesse Bates. We got this guy, Billy Bowman, Texas race boy. Hell yeah, baby. Going into potentially playing the nickel position. What are we going to do, right? You gotta make fans and the media forget about James Pond and that defense from last year, right? That's the objective, right? You gotta make it more, right? His play call sheet's probably going to be this big, right? Defensive play call sheets are always small, but it's how you're confusing the offensive line, how you're confusing the quarterback, the receivers. I just want some. I'm going to ask you this when you're there. Was there a little chippiness in camp? Right, we saw early on.
Birds run
and Onyemata. I want some chirping from the secondary, right?
Absolutely.
I want them chirping at Drake. I want them chirping at Mooney. A healthy competition translates onto the field on Sundays.
Oh yeah, Millie. Just you speaking of Onyemata and Rod hit on it too. Both gentlemen think interior defensive line or defensive line as a whole is a concern. And yeah, I mean, that could be a yes and no. I know that, featured heavily this offseason has been the talk about Brandon Dorlus. Falcons are feeling that they can get, the next step in just year two from the young man, obviously Rook. But I think people are just, concerned about the size maybe of what's in the interior. And maybe to the front that Ulbrich and company and Nate Ollie are going to start playing, which is that attack style. Might not need that big body guy that a lot of defenses like to have. The attack style defense, you look for those quick penetrators, those guys with the quick first step that can get upfield. And Dorlus did it well in college. Yep. Rook, we saw it, in limited time when he was lined up with Grady. LaCale London, you want to talk size. There's the rumor that LaCale London ballooned up to 330. I'm dying to see that in person. So that's something I'm going to have my eye on next week. But yeah, I think we have it. I think D-line is not that big of a concern
because of what they're doing. I agree.
Exactly. Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
It's last year we needed someone like a Kenneth Grant or a Walter. Well, not even Walter
Not even
Nolan,
Walter Nolan. Somebody with size.
somebody with size, because you're in that what they call a frog stance, and you're taking a step, and then your hands, and you're not bringing your hips with you because you've got your gap, but then you're also looking to see what's going on before you attack, right? It's the react attack versus the attack react, right? Get through your gap, right? If you have to engage with your man, get off of that man, get up the field, and then see what's going on, and then go get the ball.
Yeah. The attack style, correct me if I'm wrong, so now both of your hands are in the dirt, and you're just attacking whichever gap you're assigned to get upfield. Versus the frog that you're saying, which they're half elevated, not fully all the way down, not fully all the way up. They're in a mid stance.
So think of it as like your weight is kind of distributed evenly in a 4-point stance or a 3-point stance.
Yep.
When you're an attacking front, you want their weight leaning forward. So when the ball gets off, when you take your first step, you're lunging into whoever you want. You're taking your step, you're bringing your hips, and then through your hips, you're driving with your hands to create that, get that lift on that guard, that center, or whoever, and then get up the field, right? So if it isn't a run play on a first down, you're playing it the same, right? Mm-hmm. It's a pass. You're trying to get up the field. You're trying to beat your man. Okay, now I got to go get the quarterback. Why is Berto look? Hey, apparently you got a doppelganger.
Oh man, Jay Uso, man. More words, one letter. I don't even know what he says, man. But Big Low, man, what is going on? Big Low Country Sports in the chat. What is going on, brother? Make sure you guys visit Big Low Country Sports on YouTube, where you can get all your fundamentals on football and everything Southern right there from Big Low himself. And now you got everybody harping on the Yeet and the Jay Uso lookalike situation. Unbelievable, man. Unreal. The disrespect is up to here. But moving forward, strengths. And we'll talk about the strengths, right? Obviously, I think the running back room is an obvious strength, a position of strength for the Falcons. Two guys, combined well over 2,000 rushing yards, close to 20 TDs combined. But going into this season, does this tandem have the potential to do more? Can Bijan be maximized more? Can Tyler show a little bit more than what he did last year? Only rushing for 600 plus yards. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's all dependent on Bones' favorite guy, Dwayne Ledford, the run game coordinator on offense, and implementing more gap scheme. Because when you look back at Arthur Smith's offense, even though he was a heavy outside zone scheme, there were gap scheme plays in there. I saw Chris Lindstrom pull on a power, and I forgot about it, and I was like, we talked about it. Chris Lindstrom is enough of an athlete to get moving. You get Chris Lindstrom moving, oh man, people are going to get pushed out of the way. Same thing with Bergeron, right? I think the strength that I was going to point at that, plays hand in hand with the running back is the two guards. And I think they're a big strength because they're going to help the question mark that Bones has at center that a lot of fans have is at center. We saw New Zealand, right, for 8 games, but now it's like, okay, you're the guy. You're not just the guy filling in for the injured guy. You're the guy. And I think both guards will help elevate him, especially in pass protection, right?
Absolutely. Top 10 center. I called it a couple weeks back. He's going to be a top 10 center. Ryan Uziel will be a top 10 center.
Listen, man, you gotta stop putting this stuff in people's minds, man.
It's gonna
if it happens, great, but
it's gonna happen, man. Look, I'm gonna go on record for saying this. I called Brandon Dorlus to the Falcons. I called Michael Penix to the Falcons as well. This one here, I'm calling Bergeron as a top 10 guard. So is Ryan Uziel as a center. Thank you. Book it. Big shit, right?
Man, that's some.
That's Drake London week 2 catching the game-winning touchdown.
If they both get in just at the 10 spot, I'm here for it because I'm thinking of the left guard position. You got Quentin Nelson, you got Landon Dickerson, you got what's the cat's name from? I just had his name in my mind. Of course, I would brain fart as soon as I started listing them off. But there's another. Tyler Smith from the Cowboys. Like, huh?
You're just saying that because you live in Texas.
Huh?
Tyler Smith, obviously, he's very talented. But I think Bergeron takes the next leap this year, man. He takes the next leap.
I hope so. We talked about it, right? Pro Bowl year this type of year. It's going to be hard because winning shines the light on guys that need it.
Right.
On the guys that you wouldn't normally know when it's on a bad team, right? You know Lindstrom, you know Bijan, you know Drake, you know Michael Penix Jr. because of the name, you know Jesse Bates, all this stuff because they are like at the top of their position, right? So, of course, everyone in the league knows him. But when you get to a Bergeron, unless you're a football nerd, you don't really know who he is because the Falcons have been in the playoff picture to get highlighted as one of 3 games or 4 games in a playoff slate. So, that's really where you get your exposure. Good and bad, but we're going to talk about good.
He said, I think if we could get inside zone going with New Zealand, the pass game gonna go crazy.
Gap scheme too, man. Gap scheme too, Big Low. Give me some duo, give me some power, running some trap. Running trap, influencing that guard. Hell, send Charlie Werner as the trap man. We saw how he can clear a 3-tech, no problem. When he's moving.
Very true. When he's moving, yeah.
So this division's got some big big noses, big DTs. Derek Brown's coming back from his knee injury. How's he going to play? We know Vita Vea, right? Kalaja Cansey's an undersized defensive tackle. Brian Brissy, even though he's not playing, he hasn't played great. He's still a good defensive tackle. Yeah,
he's still a disruptor.
I think he's still good. The Aints drafted another guy out of Texas. I can't remember his name. The other guy next to Alfred Collins. So those are the type of guys, especially if they're in an attacking front. Again, but that could be something used against us too. So it's all on Dwayne Ledford. Like, Dwayne, come on, brother.
Got to wake up, man.
Please.
Read the paper, man. How about the secondary? How we feeling about the secondary and the additions, and how crucial is the secondary to our pass rush? If these guys can hold on to their coverage a tick longer, obviously that spells more success for our pass rush and the guys underneath. So would you say, or would you call a strength on this Falcons team or defense their secondary?
It can't. Well, I think it's a question mark now. Right now, it's still in the weakness category because of last year, but it can be a strength. The perfect example, because everyone saw the game, is the Super Bowl.
They weren't that bad last year, the secondary.
They had moments.
They ranked middle of the pack. I think the game that gets highlighted, 2 games,
Minnesota.
The Seahawks and Minnesota.
Yeah. When they were bad, they were bad. But if you're able to take away a quarterback's first or second read, like the Eagles did to Mahomes in the Super Bowl, that's when you get that extra half second, that extra, full second. And that's when guys like Pierce and Walker and all the other guys and crew, AK and all that, that's how they can get there. And I want to say it's a strength because we really did address that, right? We addressed the edge, we addressed the secondary, right? Those are 2 hand in hand. And in a way, we addressed the linebacker room and signing Divine Diablo, right? Not a lot of people happy about it, but we're trying to address it in the best way possible. So, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to see it. Big question, how much press coverage? I don't think. Well, if you look at Sauce and DJ last year, they did play some press in cover 1, right? AJ can jam someone. I don't know how Mike Hughes does that. He's more of a. Well, no, AJ's more of a zone guy. Mike Hughes is more of a man guy, but I think we're going to be running a lot more quarters this year, in my opinion. Quarters, cover 3, cover 1. Very little cover 2.
Very little cover 2. Yeah.
In my opinion, right? We won't know until
we won't know
games start rolling in, and you look at the film and breakdown. But I think we're going to go heavy quarters. But I don't think we're going to be playing. I think it's shifting back. So I can't remember who said it. I listened to a podcast where they said man match has become so heavy and so dominant that offensive coordinators have now realized that and are using it to create voids in the defense and expose the weakness of the man match. So I think we're going back to the traditional zone that everyone's accustomed to. You drop to your zone, you come up on a guy that comes through your zone. If not, you pass him over. So that's going to take a lot more precision. a lot more
communication. Excuse me.
A lot more anticipation from the quarterback, the opponents, right?
Yeah.
So will the Falcons be doing that as well?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good answer to it too. Very good, very good. And hate to bring it up, but the tight end room, very limited. Very, very limited. Some would say it's a weakness because obviously, the Pitt slander that goes around, just has people saying, okay, no, it's a weakness. He hasn't contributed as much as he should. But after Pitts is Charlie Warner, and is Josh Simon. That's it.
Yeah. It's a weak.
It's a weak. It is. Yep. Probably the weakest
part of the offense.
Part of the offense or the roster itself. When you look at it,
because we know what Pitts can be, but we've seen what Pitts has been.
Correct. We'll see if he plays with that extra incentive this year, like Pitts, Arnold Ebiketie, another guy playing, for his job next year. Troy Anderson playing for his job next year. We don't know, so we'll see we'll see what kind of players we get this year, man, and how they elevate, man. But man, we've been on for an hour, and it's been fun. It's been spirited. Appreciate all the collaborations we got from the chat. Can't thank you guys enough. We spiked up to over 300 views, man. We thank every single one of you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
We definitely do appreciate it. What's up? What you say?
You froze a little bit, or I froze.
I don't know. It's probably StreamYard just messing up, dude. StreamYard is funky, man. But without further ado, man, let them know where they can find you there, bro.
At Dirty Bird Central, YouTube, and TikTok. Daily posts. If you like your short form content, I'm good for it every single day. Long form, I got a busy life. I do my best. In season, you should be expecting a weekly film breakdown of the game. Hey, man, relax.
Relax. Man.
Hey, man, you ain't. What do you say? What did Clay say? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You ain't a 4-time NBA champ, brother. I'm just saying. Anyways,
Megan, come on.
Reviews will be back. So expect long form content to ramp up on Dirty Bird Central at YouTube. But if you like short form content on YouTube, I post there too. And then at BK2 on Twitter, because I still have not changed my name and I drag my feet because life's busy.
Sure has, man. And please, as you see it on the ticket provided below, please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Dirty Bird Central on YouTube and also my platform, 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Find me on YouTube. We are on a break currently with Bleacher Report, but we will be back tomorrow. We'll get our August assignments, and I'll be back full and heavy, and for the rest of the year, exclusively on Bleacher Report. But until next time, we'll give you your Wednesday evening back. It's been fun. I'll be at training camp next week. So maybe we might do a show next Wednesday night, depending on how your boy feels. But Bro Talk already mentioned he might go solo. So please, if he does, be out here in full force supporting him and the platform as well. But until then, we'll give you your Wednesday evening back, and we'll see you guys very soon. Training camp is here, y'all. We made it. Peace.